This is the Dehancer C2501, a brand new Cinewhoop with a sleek design. Built for power and maneuverability, this drone rips. In this video, I share my first flights, honest thoughts, and review behind this new Cinewhoop that just dropped on the market. Let's get into it. Today I'm going to be trying out for the very first time the Dehancer C2501 Cinewhoop. They just sent this one to me and I haven't flown it. I've only just set it up, but I'm super excited to try it today. This drone really caught my attention when the company reached out. And if you haven't heard of Dehancer, it's probably because they haven't been around for that long. They've literally just started to launch their whole lineup of drones. One of the things that caught my attention about this company was the fact that they're doing design differently for their FPV drones. They're printing custom enclosures for all the VTX and the air units, and they're kind of redesigning how everything's being placed. Specifically on this Cinewhoop, we have the air unit right up close to the front instead of usually like in the center or towards the back, and it's flipped sideways, and then we have the antennas right at the front. It kind of makes for this drone where it's kind of front heavy with the camera and the air unit, and then once you load the battery in, it sort of balances out, and just everything is super lightweight plastic. It feels really durable, and it also has a built-in LED strip, which is just awesome. I love my LED strips on my FPV drones. The process for flying these drones is a little bit different. I'm still able to fly with my DJI Goggles 3 and my DJI Controller 3, and all you have to do when you set these drones up is you have to turn on the air unit and make it like functioning, so you have to like associate it with your DJI account, and then from there you have to connect the drone to Betaflight, and from Betaflight know which controls on your DJI controller arm the drone, which ones make it take off, which ones activate the beeper, the LED light strip. So all those things, it really takes not that long to set up, and once you do it once, you'll know how to do it for all the other drones. So yeah, I just did that recently, but I haven't flown at all. I've just tested it to make sure it takes off, and that's about it. So this will be my first impressions and first thoughts on flying this new drone from this brand new company. So yeah, I got a couple batteries charged up. Let's see how this thing flies. Oh my goodness, this thing has way too much power for its own good. It's kind of like taming like a wild horse. My goodness, this thing absolutely rips. One of the things kind of just now that I'm noticing, I'm not sure how I feel about the open enclosure here for the O4 air unit, because there's no like extra landing gear or anything. Like if there's like a little bit of like wet grass or something, I feel like the air unit could kind of get wet. When I was putting on the battery, one of the things that I noticed was that there's a little bit of grip on where like the battery sits. It's kind of like an anti-slip mat. The battery I felt like was held in place really well. And overall, this thing was like, it's so much faster than the Avata 2. I think it's time to do a little bit of a second round with this. Swap the batteries maybe, and then fly a little bit more. What happened?
Antenna.
Ah.
It clipped.
Oh, it clipped.
The cherry blossom branch. I saw it happen.
Yeah. It's okay. That was the second flight with this Dehancer C2501 Cinewhoop. Oh my goodness, like just reiterating the fact that this drone is hella powerful. I think I definitely wasn't used to it because the Avata 2, I've just been so used to it over the years. For me, it's really easy to control But something like this, a custom drone, yeah, it definitely has some challenges. There's definitely a big learning curve to it. The more and more that I flew it though, I felt more comfortable around it. I just had to adjust to the fact that like I couldn't adjust the gimbal angle. Like that's obviously one of the drawbacks of custom drones is like it's a fixed angle tilt. So that means like the speed you're going at is the speed you're going at, and you kind of have to match that for camera movements, camera angles, and all those things. So that was something that I had to kind of get used to at the beginning. Every single second that went by, I felt more comfortable with the drone. I've used custom Cinewhoops in the past on my channel, and they've been really great, but they haven't been nearly as powerful as this one. Yeah, that was definitely something new to kind of get used to. I really do appreciate the fact that Droneer is trying to make the design different for these different types of FPV drones. When you do start to kind of think outside the box and kind of redesign how you position elements and things, what I think tends to happen is sometimes there's things that are tried that are new. For example, the antennas, they kind of like stick out at the top and they have these like tilting mechanisms, which is great. But I noticed when I put them up and had them like sitting straight up, my video signal, my video feed was a lot better. But then when I did have a crash, I kind of nicked the top of like a branch of a tree and my drone fell down and the antenna kind of just popped off. So there is like little drawbacks and things. And then obviously the thing that I noticed at the beginning, which was kind of the open bottom for the air unit. Obviously it makes sense because the air unit needs cooling. It needs a constant airflow to keep it cool and not have it overheat. Kind of with the open bottom here, I'm not a huge fan of it, but I understand why it's there. And I think I just wish there was a little bit more of like a stand at the bottom to kind of separate that gap a little bit more. I noticed that like I would nick a couple of like little rocks when taking off platforms. If they were a little bit higher up, that would be like ideal. Really interesting drone. So I enjoyed this a lot. Gonna share a little bit more of like my final thoughts when I get back into the studio. Catch you there. Psych. If you thought I was going back to the studio, I just decided to go fly again because I really wanted to make sure like I really felt out this drone before I gave my honest opinion and thoughts on it. So I just charged up my batteries early morning here. Gonna get a couple of flights in this beautiful field before it starts raining. So that being said, let's set this puppy up.
I just wanted to let you know.
Flying is complete. So much fun. And I wanted to quickly interject here. I wanted to bring you a little tool that I've been experimenting with over the last little bit. So yeah, let's jump into that before we get into the review of this drone. For the last week or so, I've been using this new tool and testing it out, and I'm absolutely in love with it. It's called Dehancer, film emulation plugin for all of the video editing softwares. I just happen to be using DaVinci Pro, but it works on all the different video editing softwares. And I was really skeptical of using it, and I kind of put off using it for a long time. One of my buddies who's a FPV content creator, he was using it and he was like, dude, you should actually try it and go check it out. I'm actually so surprised with this software, and I've been using it in this project and it's just so cool. So I really wanted to share this with you guys. Here we have my little timeline, and I've been playing around with the little clips that I took throughout this video. You might be wondering, why is this video all purple? If we go over here, Dehancer Pro 7.4.0, it's basically a film emulation tool. So I can change different, they're sort of like LUTs and presets mixed in with grain and like distortion and halation and bloom and film damage and all of these different things that come with film. but just doing it really, really well digitally. My girlfriend and I, we love to shoot film and just try out different like experimental roles when we go on our trips and stuff, and they're so fun. And I remember this one that I used when I first started shooting film. I wanted to go like super experimental, and it was called Lomachrome Purple. I don't know if it's expired or something, but there's this process that makes all the colors purple. The way I found out about it was through a music video that was made for Skrillex, for one of his old music videos. Anyways, they used Lomachrome in the shots, and you could I can geek out about this all day, but there's basically like there's ways to take your Sony cameras and just peel off and dissolve certain layers of the sensor, where then it allows like the imaging process to be flipped, so you can have a camera that only shoots in Lomachrome Purple and like all these other color profiles, infrared, it's just so wild. In Dehancer, I can literally get it digitally, and so I don't need to spend a ton of time doing some sort of weird color grading, like multiple layers, just trying to get it myself. It's literally one click and it's done. So check out this clip right here, like absolutely insane. But not only like can you have these like weird color profile and presets, you can actually just have normal colors. So for this clip right here, the film profile is CineStill 800T. You can go Fujifilm, Chroma, Fuji Color, and it really like it does such a great job at emulating these specific colors. I just really wanted to share this tool with you guys. Dehancer has been kind enough to share a 10% discount code if you use the code FPVCore when you go and you get this plugin for yourself. I highly recommend checking it out. I usually don't share like more editing stuff, but this specifically for like drone videos, it can just really take it to that next level, and it'll help you with all your color grading processes and stuff. So I'll leave a link down below where you can check out this plugin for yourself. Super easy to install on DaVinci, on Premiere Pro, and really, really easy to use and streamline. So let's get back to the review of the Droneer C2501 Cinewhoop. We are back from flying. Yeah, this was, I guess, my fourth time flying this, fourth battery. Honestly, yeah, I've really been enjoying flying this thing. It's totally a different experience from flying drones like the DJI Avata 2 and those types of FPV drones. This thing absolutely rips through the sky. By tilting the front angle of like the lens, you can achieve different types of speeds. If you want to do a speed run, you tilt it all the way up so that the angle of flying is like increased. You go pretty fast. One of the things that I noticed about this drone was that it's actually relatively quiet, and obviously because it's a small drone, it's a little Cinewhoop, it's not carrying like a heavy payload camera on it, so it's really agile and it really doesn't draw a lot of attention, which I do really appreciate. The battery life on this drone is pretty great, pretty average, I would say. It depends on how you fly it. The form factor and the way it's designed, it's very lightweight. It's built from carbon fiber and really light plastic, so that combination makes it really agile, really fast, have good flight time because it's not that heavy. Also, it's just if you crash, you're not going to completely destroy the drone. And I think what really helps is the antenna form factor. So the fact that they can go down, they can go back up, it's not going to get snapped off or damaged if you do fall. Like the antennas are just going to bend, or most of the times if I did have some sort of like little nick in the grass and I flipped over, I noticed that if it was some sort of like really quick crash, the antennas would just pop out and so they wouldn't be damaged. Personally for me, I didn't mind having the antennas up at the front. I think it's like a little cool, like little design. It makes it look like a bee. The fact that they were able to just kind of like be popped back in and you could just lift off and start flying back again was really great. The overall control and maneuverability of this drone, it's very powerful. Other Cinewhoops that I've tried, they don't have as much punch, so they're easier to control. Whereas this one, even on takeoff, like you are soaring off to the sky. So I'd push it closer to even like a 5-inch drone than rather than a Cinewhoop. It just has the prop guards, but still it absolutely rips. Overall design of this, I think the fact that Droneer is really trying to innovate, try something new, redesign drones is a feat in and of itself. I know that right now in the state of like the world and how things are moving with different products and things, it's kind of hard to get your hands on a DJI O4 Pro system. I really appreciate the fact that this company actually has these in stock, so you can go right now and you can buy yourself yourself a 2.5-inch Cinewhoop, you can get yourself a 5-inch or 7-inch, and you can get it with the O4 Pro system, and they'll ship it. The shipping time's fast. The unboxing of the drone is great. I think they put a lot of care and effort into the design of the packaging, and I think that matters a lot. Big shout out to Droneer for letting me try out this Cinewhoop, and I look forward to trying out their other drones and leaving my thoughts with those as well. Drop your thoughts on what you think of this drone and if you would try it, and if you have tried it, leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. Let's connect on Instagram, and I will see you in the next video very, very soon. Peace.